Our greatest ally bombed a U.S. ship, and our government takes their side over the 260 servicemen who survived. On June 8, 1967, we lost 34 men while 172 others were injured. The USSL was on an intelligence mission 13 miles off of the coast of Gaza when this happened. On the morning of the attack, our servicemen noticed that an Izzy plane had flown over, taking pictures 8 times. At 1:57, 3 Mirage fighter jets opened fire on the USSL, hitting the port's antenna and gunner stations with precision after reviewing the photos taken earlier in the day. After the first wave of attacks, they returned, dropping napalm bombs on the deck. At 2:24, 3 Izzy torpedo ships arrived, firing heavy machine guns. Then a torpedo was sent to the starboard side, instantly unaliving 25 U.S. servicemen. It created a 39-foot wide hole reaching 8 foot underwater level. If that wasn't enough, more Izzy boats arrived, machine gunning the lifeboats in hopes that there would be no survivors. While all this was happening, they were able to send a distress signal to the 6th Fleet. Rescue planes were sent, but shortly after, President Johnson recalled those planes. The crew would spend the next 6 days alone trying to escape our greatest ally. When the crew returned home, they were told by our government never to talk about this. It wasn't until 1979 when James Ennis Jr., an officer on the USSL, would publish the first book. Since then, Phil Turney, Larry Weaver, Ron Kukl, Ernie Gallo, and Bryce Lockwood have all came out and either spoken or written about this deliberate attack. Our government still takes the side of our supposed ally instead of the people who survived the attack that are still alive today. They claim to have mistaken our ship with the most advanced technology in the world for the Egyptian Al-Khazir. Even after flying over the ship, taking pictures 8 times where there was a U.S. flag flying and our soldiers were waving up at them. And the fact that hours before they were in radio contact with our ship, asking them to move 300 miles offshore because they didn't want us to see them taking more land from the West Bank and Syria. And for anyone who's going to defend this in the comments, why don't you move over there? Follow for more.